LowellArts presents Dede Alder, January featured artist, connecting you with the people behind the music.
Hi, this is Dede Alder, and I'm the January 2023 Lowell Arts featured artist. What was the role of music in the early years of your life? So in my family, when I grew up, there was no live music happening in my house. So I grew up on 2% milk at the school and MTV. So my music career and the role of music in my life was something that I discovered myself. It was like I went off the path of my parents and my family. And in fact, I think my brother used to beat me up when I made too much noise. So I really had to find my own way to music. And in elementary school, I had a teacher, Miss Mativa, who really helped cultivate my love of music, and she was just a real role model for me. And we had sort of some challenging times, but she really instilled in me a want and a desire to follow my musical goals, which I relied on later when I applied for college schools and didn't get into the schools I wanted. And I applied later for when I launched a Kickstarter and didn't get my Kickstarter. So it's like my music love is so driven that the times that are seen as failure, I've really been able to rise from the ashes and continue on. And I had to find that, and that came to me first in elementary school music, where I had to rise above the disappointment of my experience not being selected for honors choir. And I had to choose to go audition for honors choir, even though I wasn't one of the selected students. And I got in, and I made it. And that has continued through my musical career. What strengths do you have that help make you a good musician? You know, I used to think that the strengths of musicality or performing were really important. They are important. Both of them are. But what I find is my underlying goal that I think is a strength that really resonates with my audience and the people that are attracted to my music is it's about healing and it's about medicine. And that's what I found. I dug deep into my own wisdom and asked myself, why am I doing what I'm doing? And when I dug deep into that, what came out is that I want to be a balm for people's spirits. I want to remind people why they're here on this earth alive and that our life is a gift. And I think that that is very important, and that is the reason why I do what I do. And I think any musician, any artist that gets on the stage has to have an underlying deep reason of why they do what they do. Even if it's not as, as intense as mine is, because I think it comes through to the audience. And so that is my profound gift I think I have to offer as a musician, is that I want to offer connection. I want to offer community, and that we're communing together as a community, and healing and medicine in my songs. What is my opinion on cover songs? Cover songs. So I read an article recently in the last couple of years that people are more connected to cover songs than they are interested in hearing original music. I know some of my musician friends who are original music writers, such as myself, were put off by that article. I was actually pretty optimistic because I understand, why a cover song is so potent. It's because people have their own bond that they have connected to the music. And so when you perform that cover song, you are connecting to the bond that they've already created with the music. And that is why it's powerful. Now, it's interesting because I do notice that there are bands that do various cover shows, and I notice how their shows are selling out, how people buy tickets for those. And I also know how, as an original artist, it's very hard to sell out a show. And so it's kind of a double-edged sword where as a musician, we have to find our way through. And so does it mean maybe I'll start a cover band of some band that I'm really interested in covering their songs? Possibly, because that might just be the sort of thing that can sell out the shows, and original music gets put on the sidelines for a while. But I remember as I was coming into the music scene that original songs were the hot thing. Everybody wanted new original music. And so for me, I just see it as a pendulum that is shifting back and forth. I think a well-timed cover song in your set is a great way to connect to the audience and to send your message further so you can pull into those aspects that people are already connected to. And then nice cover songs that also have your message and portray your message can be inserted, because once they connect with you through the cover song, they'll want to hear what else you are offering. Share how Dede and the Dreamers came together and the direction of your music. So Dede and the Dreamers came out of the Earthwork Harvest Gathering. We were born 10 years ago, and the idea is I had the idea of having a late night set at 2 a.m. And so in order to have that set, I put together a band. Now the band, of course, the perfect name was Dreamers, right? It's a late night set. And so that's how Dede and the Dreamers, the very first version of the band, was created. Well, it was such a hit that we decided to stay as a band, and I decided to keep the energy going. For many years, Dede and the Dreamers was just sort of like Dede and her band of various altering people that accompany her own songs. Over the last 10 years, though, there has been a camaraderie of individual humans who I love and who are collaborating with me to create the songs and the music that you're seeing. And our new album, Powerful, that just came out in November, is a perfect example of how our band harmoniously came together and created as a unit. Not just Dede did all the work and the band showed up and played the gig, but we became a group together. And it's really wonderful to see, because even though there was challenges, we really can create more together when we work as a group. And so for the future, the direction of Dede and the Dreamers, I hope us to continue to get more funky, continue to jam out on stage, because that's what we're good at. We start a song, very jazz standard. We start a song, we take solos, we take it someplace. And I hope we can continue to be involved with Earthwork music and just spread our music to all the people that are interested in hearing it and are happy to listen. What are your plans for the coming months? Well, it's the winter season. So as a musician, you got to be a little creative and spend some extra time doing some special things to get your gigs. So for the next few months, I am not slowing down at all. I will be a busy little bee. And what I'm going to be doing is, first of all, hostessing the Earthwork Songwriters Summit for Resilience. That happens the last weekend in January. And it is a retreat weekend where we explore songwriting from the idea of creating resilience, self-healing, and then recovering from disturbances and moving forward. I think this is a great way to write songs that find the hope for people in our society and our community. Other things I'll be doing, I'll be playing some Mardi Gras tunes with one of the bands I'm in called Great Lakes Brass. We play very fun parade, New Orleans style music. So that'll happen in February. I'll also be refining and perfecting my Duo 1 Ark of Hona show. Duo 1 is a new duo that created a mythical retelling of the Great Flood myth. And so we will be launching that. We've been working on it for years, Josh Holcomb and I, and I'm so excited to be releasing that in the spring. And so that will be coming your way soon, and we will be preparing. And then also my group Sisters of the Drum will be preparing a piece as well, as the Dreamers will be continuing booking. So we've just got a lot on our plates, and I'm very excited to just keep the music coming at you. And this is a special time for my music and the music I'm creating, co-creating with others, because it's been in a cocoon stage for many years. And now it sort of feels like it's all coming out and flourishing, and how beautiful it is.
This beat up mind, this threadbare shirt I've patched so many times. Your tired eyes, your blistered hands, all of your deeds have built our lands. Busy minds and idle hands have knitted many brows, warped and weft the flax and silk. We've got healing in our hands. Can we weave together these threads? It will never be too late to pick up the pieces. You and I, so very different. Can we find a common thread? Busy minds and idle hands have knitted many brows, warped and weft the flax and silk. We've got healing in our hands. Can we weave together? Busy minds and idle hands have knitted many brows, warped and weft the flax and silk. We've got